I'm not teaching, I'm publicly learning. Hi and welcome to Learning from Life in UK test part 638 while doing risk training. And if you participate in risk training, that is at your own risk. No, we're not doing risk training, we're doing martial arts basic training. If you participate in martial arts basic training, that is at your own risk. We're going to do it in the second half of the video, and if you participate, that is at your own risk. And it are just 4 little exercises. Taxation. People in the UK have to pay tax on their income, which includes wages from paid employment, profits from self-employment, taxable benefits, pensions, income from property, savings and dividends. Money raised from income tax pays for government services such as roads, education, police and armed forces. We looked it up. Roads are around 1% or 2%. Education was a bit more, it was 10%. Police 5% and armed forces 5%. So what we listed here are around 22%. Well, it's not that bad. It's an overall statistic. Most is services. But 20 or 30%. 20% are health services. And another 20% are pensions, that's for 10%, and education for 10%, which is also quite high. 10% for, if I understood it correctly, just the paying back of debt. So 40% was for health and other social services like pensions. And when education 10%, and police also 5%, and armed forces, these two are also big with 5%. And 10% then debt. So 80% were basically that all. Roads were run by 1 or 2% infrastructure. For most people, the right amount of income tax is automatically taken from the income from employment by the employer, and for most people, the right amount of income tax is automatically taken from the income from employment by the employer and paid directly to HM Revenue and Customs, HMRC, the government department that collects taxes. So we're not going to do a video about it. We're going through the whole book again. No, we're almost through. For a second time, we already had done it all. And we're looking always for the subject to make a video about it. And we're probably not going to do one about taxation. We don't have enough information. But we have to learn, probably for the UK test, I just wanted to say HMRC. That is the government department that collects the taxes. Maybe we're going to ask what department, what is the whatever, of the government which collects the taxes, what collects the taxes, what is the account there for the taxes. It is HMRC. HM Revenue and Customs. What does HM mean? His Majesty? HM Revenue and Customs. So maybe we're going to ask that. HM Revenue and Customs, HMRC. And the system of it all is called Pay As You Earn. P-A-Y-E. I don't really know what it means. I think it's overly simple. It's just you earn money and you have to pay taxes on it. Pay as you earn. If you are self-employed, you need to pay your own tax through a system called self-assessment, which includes completing a tax return. Other people may also need to complete a tax return. If HMRC, Revenue and Customs, first Revenue and Customs, HMRC, sends you a tax return, it is important to complete and return the form as soon as you have all the necessary information. You can find out more about income tax at income-tax. You can get help and advice about taxes and completing tax forms at 0300 200 3310 or by going to government.uk/government/organizations/HM-revenue-customs. We're not going to do a video about it. National insurance. Almost everybody in the UK who is in paid work, including self-employed people, must pay national insurance contributions. The money raised from national insurance contributions is used to pay for state benefits and services, such as the state retirement pension and the national health service. Now, state retirement pension. We looked up for what the tax money is used for. There was written a big part, 10% or whatever, word for pensions. Now, is that something different, state retirement pensions? What if it's just for the civil workers? So this 10% of all the money seems to be quite a lot. So maybe these are many people. Maybe this is a specific form of pension. But the other thing, National Health Service. Now, what we know that some people had to pay for, that a lot of money, 20% is used for health. But we shortened it a bit down with health. Basically NHS, but they said taxes only 200 billion per year. And they had every year or however you take it now, 1,000 billion. The money which the United Kingdom has is just 1/5 out of tax. We didn't really understand where the other 700 billion come from. Maybe that is here. But some part of that comes from the national insurance contributions. So the 200 billion are tax, and then there are other 200 billion through the national insurance contributions. But you don't know all that. That's not explained in that book here. Employees have the national insurance contributions deducted from their pay by their employer. People who are self-employed need to pay national insurance contributions themselves. Anyone who does not pay enough national insurance contributions will not be able to receive certain contributory benefits such as job seekers allowance or a full state retirement pension. Some workers, such as part-time workers, may not qualify for statutory payments such as maternity pay if they do not earn enough. Further guidance about national insurance contributions is available at gov.uk, national minus insurance. We're not going to do a video about it. And we're not going to continue here. Do we? We do. Getting a national insurance number. A national insurance number is a unique personal account number. It makes sure that the national insurance contributions and tax you pay are properly recorded against your name. All young people in the UK are sent a national insurance number just before their 16th birthday. A non-UK national living in the UK and looking for work, starting work or setting up as self-employed will need a national insurance number. However, you can start work without one. If you have permission to work in the UK, you will need to telephone the national insurance number application line. After you've applied, you'll get a letter from the Department for Work and Pensions, asking you to come to a national insurance number interview at Job Centre Plus. The letter will also tell you which documents to bring to prove your identity. You can find out more information about how to apply for a national insurance number at gov.uk/apply-national-insurance-number. This seems to be pretty important and something which actually happens for the people who want to become UK citizens or permanent residents. It's just so small, isn't it? We will make a stop here. If you're here to continue to learn for the Live UK test, we go for the book all again. Driving is the next thing, then you can go directly to the next video, because we will do now just martial arts basic training. If you participate in the martial arts basic training, that's the down risk. You're bringing one leg up, and you're bringing foot up and down, up and down, up and down. The greeting mushroom, and we're bringing the other foot up and down. And we're doing the next exercise. We're taking the foot at the ankle, and we're having a straight back, and we're bringing the knee down, body with the knee down to the floor, to actually stretch the quad muscles. And we're taking the other leg at the ankle, we're making a straight back, and we're bringing the knee down to the floor. And the next exercise, the train stop. Leg at the outside, the toes are pointing forward, and we're stretching the inner side of the leg. And the other side. And then we go from side to side. The mantis. And last two. Now we're doing lunges. Falling in front, making a lunge, and we're going back. And then the other leg. And again back. The last two. Now we bring the knee up and bring it back. Knee up and back, and then make between 1, 2, 3 steps. Very near again up. 1, 2, 3, knee up and back. And the last two. First one. The second one. No stretch kicks. Arm out, kick against it. On the other side, arm out, kick against it. You can do again 3 steps in the middle. And the last two. Now we're doing knee up and back, and again up and in. Up and back, up and in. And a few more times, up and in, up and out. And last time with each leg, up and in, and again up and back. Now the same with long leg Krishkin kicks. Up and back, up and in, again up and back. And the last time of each leg. And now swing kicks. Front, and to the side, step back, and front, more swing. Step back, 2, 3, up, over. And swing. Over and step back, swing, up. And the last time to each side. Swing, over, step back, and swing, and over. Now we're doing just for fun, 10 push-ups. Hands underneath the shoulders, and elbows close to the rib cage. First one, and again, second one, elbows close to the rib cage. And third one, and the fourth one, 5, and now the 6th one, and now the 7th one, and number 8, and the 9th one, and now for 10, the last one. Now stretching, one heel onto the ground and pull the toes in, the foot to the left and still pull the toes in. Foot to the right and pull the toes in, into the middle and pull the toes in, but now turn the whole leg from left to right. Pull the toes in. The other leg. Heel onto the ground and pull the toes in. Bring the foot to the right and pull the toes in. Bring the foot to the left and pull the toes in. Foot into the middle and pull the toes in. Move the leg from left to right. Pull the toes in. And the closing exercise, the legs wide apart, we're breathing in. Out. Again. Out. One last strong breath in. Out. Breathe in and close the legs. And out. This was a martial arts basic training. Thank you very much, and next time.